Hello everybody, it's AskPat13. Welcome back to another live stream. If you're watching the VOD after the fact, welcome. I beseech you to skip ahead, find when we're watching some awesome professional Rocket League. We'll be getting right into that. If you're watching live, welcome. A little bit late for our usual Saturday stream, but we're here, we're ready, we're excited, and I think we might do some show matches later in the day, but first things first, we're going to get into some really fun professional Rocket League tournament on right now. It's called a Bandit. What is this called? $7,000 Bandit on Wheels event. Live right now. In fact, it's already begun. Welcome Billas. Welcome Nick Thonison. Welcome everybody. So let me get it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So we're gonna be doing something a little bit different today. We might get into some show matches later on, but first things first, we're going to be watching a little bit of the Bandit on Wheels Fall Showdown number 6. This is one of those off-season tournaments that's sponsored by Psyonix, and it's one of the last ones in North America. I mean, the season's literally just about to begin, but today and tomorrow there's some epic Rocket League action between some of the best teams in North America. You got teams like Dignitas, Luminosity, Shopify, OG, Hey Bro, all here. OG, interestingly, qualifying instead of being invited, despite being potentially the best team here. Let's get into it. So, there's these 4 groups. They're all in the middle of happening. I believe Luminosity already won. We were going to watch that, but they already won that series. So, let's start watching OG versus Pirates on a Boat. I know this is a bit of the end of it to get into it so late, but we're going to start watching now. Oh, we can reload it. We'll just start watching. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Welcome, Sarah Taylor. You are playing FC Mobile. No worries, no worries. Well, we'll be watching some Rocket League. I hope you enjoy it. This is a bit laggy. It's strange. I don't know quite why it's being so laggy, but hopefully that kind of cuts off. It's laggy on my end, which is obviously a problem. This is an overtime, stressful one. If Pirates on a Boat win, they force Game 5. If OG win, it's over, and OG nearly ending it there. Calm, a nice shot. Calm is going to take this back. Let's cut down. I don't know why it's so laggy, but... the moment I cut down the quality, it reveals that the game has already ended. Zenil off a pass from Andy, 49 seconds in. Very nice. NRG, they already signed, I thought. Didn't they sign... Toasty? Frosty? Indeed, they are replacing Frosty. I believe they've signed Toasty or are rumored to be signing Toasty, which is, as the jokes put it on Reddit, the opposite direction. I mean, they had somebody so cool, so chill, so frosty. Now they got someone hot and toasty. I mean, that's a complete 180. I don't know if it's official, Frosty, but the rumor is they're going to get Toasty, which if they do, would be absolutely ironic because Garrett G played with Toasty's older brother in RLCS Season 1. All the way back in Season 1 and 2, he played with, I'm going to forget his name, Moses, the brother of Toasty, which is hilarious. That's a testament to how long Garrett G and how good he's been for how long. That Garrett G will have played with 2 brothers, like, 6-7 years apart. Crazy. I appreciate it, Sarah. So, reminder everybody getting in, we are watching a $7,000 Rocket League tournament featuring a lot of the best teams in North America, most notably the one we're watching right now, OG. OG Esports, represented by JNaps, Nolly, and Calm. One of the teams that's vying for major spots. Right along with them are Luminosity, Dignitas, Shopify, Pirates on a Boat, Omelette, Kim, Oko. Not all of those teams. I'd really say it's OG, Hey Bro, Luminosity, and Dignitas have a shot in making some majors. But some top teams in this tournament. It's going to be a fun one. Alright, here we go. Getting into the next game. I don't know why it was so buggy, but hopefully we can get this rolling and it's not laggy. Still a bit laggy. So, Nolly, Com, and JNabs, this is a stressful Game 5. The winner tops the group, which puts you in the upper bracket of a double elimination playoff. So, you don't want to not get first in your group. And obviously, Pirates Boat OG are both teams that could be getting first place in their group. Garrett G is a grandpa, unironically. He is such a grandpa for the scene. And you know, I'm kind of torn on NRG because they're not going to be a bad team. Like, they're going to probably make every regional. They should make every regional. But as 5 up, hey, Pirates on a Boat might upset OG. I'm talking up OG. Hey, but they could easily lose this. I mean, my goodness. Andy to 5-up. 5-up's probably the biggest shocker, I think, of this offseason. He got picked up by a pretty big team. Andy was making majors with Dignitas, or at least he made one major last season. So, Andy, a player that's literally been to a major last season, playing with a player like 5-up and unknown, kind of wild. And I think 5-up is standing up for the task. He's like sitting up, standing up, showing that maybe he does belong on a major attending team. That said, I don't see Pirates on a boat making a major, but they're playing quite well, and this is one of those top teams in the region that they're proving themselves against, OG Esports. And I know it's just an off-season tournament, but this would be a huge win for them. Let's see if they can hold on to it. Calm, JNaps, and Nolly, though, if anybody can make a 1-goal comeback, you definitely believe in them. Nolly, though, he missed that. And again, it's 5-up. I mean, he's too good. The guy's crazy. That said, he's just 1/3 of this puzzle as they nearly concede there. 5-up. That's a nice save. But will it be enough? JNap's in the corner. Puts it central, but it's right to 5-up's fingertips. There we go. Finally, a mistake from 5-up. He gave Com an opportunity. Com doesn't bite on it, though. Tapped into the corner. Will be read by Com. Nolly has to make a touch on this. He does, but Andy made it scary. That said, JNaps, here we go. Talk about scary. What is scary? JNaps barreling towards your net. Nearly gets one there, but it's still some offensive pressure for OG. Com. Oh, a nice pass. And that's where I think OG is going to shine, is if they can get some passing plays going. But, passing plays might not be enough. Again, 5-up's dominating this lobby right now. Is Zen in this one? So, no, Sarah Taylor. Zen is a European player, so I think Pirates on a Boat should have just shot that in. It looks like they had an open lane, like an open net, but they went for a pass that didn't go anywhere. And it is a tie game after all. JNaps ultimately the one to put that one in. Half the game to go, and this is coming down to the wire. But anyway, yeah, so Zen is a European player, and this tournament is just North America. So it's only North American teams. But Zen will be in RLCS starting up in less than a week. Crazy. RLCS, or at least the first qualifier, the open qualifier number 1, begins the early stages of it next weekend. We are a week away, less than a week away. Absolutely wild. It starts on Friday as Andy, my goodness, Pirates on a Boat. I can't believe this. I really would not have seen them ever beating OG. I'll just say it. I'm in the middle of making a video about the upcoming RLCS season, like a power rankings and a preseason prediction for North American power rankings. And I might have to reassess because Pirates on a Boat, they're showing up here. I have to reassess. They're showing up in a way I didn't expect. Welcome, Fooney. Welcome, welcome. We're watching some RLCS level action here. OG Esports versus Pirates on a Boat. You didn't know NRG? Oh, no worries. Welcome, Zach Driscoll, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Is Musty in this? NRG is, and so I don't know, because the RLCS rules changed recently. Musty used to be able to compete on a different roster while he was still signed to NRG as a content creator. I believe the rules are very restrictive on that this season, so I don't know if Musty can even play in the RLCS. I'm not sure how that works, if he's contracted to NRG. Well, welcome. Thank you, Fooney, for the £5 donation. This was off of a bet yesterday that if a certain team won, or a certain player won the event, he'd donate. So thank you very much, Fooney. I do appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Bandit on Wheels, yes, Fooney. This is going to be a fun one, and this is a fun match to start it off. OG versus Pirates on a Boat, and it literally is down to the wire. I mean, Pirates on a Boat is winning, but I expect this to go to overtime, although nearly a goal there for Andy. They are playing so well, Pirates on a Boat. I just didn't expect this. I think 5-up is just better than I thought. I think he is proving himself to be the wise pickup for Pirates on a Boat. And if he keeps this up, you might expect Pirates on a Boat to get a team to sign them. Zanil, maybe doubling up the lead. No, he can't do it, but it is dangerous times. OG Esports, they can't afford to be giving up a goal. They need to score a goal, and they've only got 30 seconds to do it. Who will be top NA? Oh, that one's easy. Genji. Funky. Welcome, Funky, by the way. Musty isn't even pro. Musty is not a pro, but I will say this. I think Musty is good enough to get top 128. For sure. Which This season, 128 North American teams will make money. That may sound crazy, but they have widened the depth of the prize pool. So depending on your definition of a pro, Musty might be a pro this season. Because the way I always think about it is, if you're making money, does that make you a pro? Not for content. Obviously, you can make money for content. But I mean, if you get paid out in RLCS, does that make you a pro? Well, Musty is certainly good enough to find himself onto a top 128 team, as Neil does get a third goal, and somehow, someway, Pirates on a Boat are 12 seconds away from upsetting OG. My goodness. A team that many have in the top 3. Funky himself asking, is it OG, Genji, or G2? Many people have those 3 as the top 3 in NA, and yet here, OG is losing to Pirates on a Boat. 10 seconds from an upset victory, the top group number, I think, or group C, I think? It's group B or C. And the winner of this group gets themselves into the upper bracket. So it's not over, but it's an important win, and they get it! They get it! Pirates on a Boat upset OG and secure their place in the upper bracket. Let's take a look. My goodness. Oh, wait, nope. I'm speaking a bit too soon. This is actually the opening match. So nothing is secured, but that said, OG drops down to an elimination match. Absolutely wild. Meanwhile, Pirates on a Boat go on to the winner's match for a chance to make this upper bracket. OG, if they survive, will be playing from the lower bracket in playoffs. That is madness. Dignitas, meanwhile, while we were watching, has secured the upper bracket playoffs from Group A. In the other group, it looks like the winning match went to Team XD over Omelet. Oh, that's a bit of an upset. Deleted XD consists of Adam, Oath, and Knight. This team used to be called Nefarious last season. The core anyway, Oath and Adam. And they're not a bad team at all. They've been quite well. But still a bit of an upset, I'd say, over Lion Blaze, Percy, and now Frosty stepping in on Omelet. Very interesting. Frosty currently signed to NRG, but just recently let go. Ping the court. Oh, great idea. I should ping the Discord. Great question. Dignitas is official. They have announced their roster for the season. It is Evo, Arsenal, and Gyro. They've had some switching, but it's official. They're locked in. It's Evo, Arsenal, and Gyro for the RLCS season. And at first, I see that, and I'm like, there's no way, right? There's no way they're a major potential team. But I thought on it a bit more, and I think Gyro has stepped it up over the course of the season on Rogue, and he actually got better, and then it turned into Koi, and I think that this is if Evo is ever going to step up and reach his full potential, it will be with 2 enablers like Arsenal and Gyro. So I rate Dignitas. I rate them. I think they're going to be quite good, and they've done well in the off-season tournaments, which has also helped. And here they are topping Group A, so they are guaranteed in this upper, playoff bracket. They will play the winner of, I believe, Group C, which will be XD. So they will be playing a deleted XD. And yeah, that's a favorable matchup. You should be seeing them in the top 3 this tournament. Meanwhile, let's see if we can get into another match. Hey, bro. Let's see if they've got streams up. It looks like they don't have streams up, so we're just gonna have to go the old-fashioned way and on Twitch find ourselves a stream. Here, Hey Bro. Let's watch Hootie Who's Hey Bro stream. Oh, it's actually Chaos versus G Buffo. Which match is this? This is elimination match. Interesting. Who is on G Buffo versus Chaos? We might watch this one. It's Lunar, Polar, and Stealth on Chaos versus G-Man, Buffy, and Hazo. No offense, I think we will find a different matchup. Frosty should have joined an Oracle's team, then eventually when he gets... Well, Funky, there's nothing wrong with Frosty getting onto NRG. It's just they didn't think he was good enough, I guess, to keep him on there. I don't know who's on who. This is OG versus Midnight. Oh, that's going to be the next matchup. They probably haven't started yet. I don't know who else to watch. Maybe this guy's streaming. Nope, he says be right back. You know what? Alpha Cap will surely be watch partying somebody important. Then we can figure out who we need to watch. Nope, he is also looking at the bracket. So you know what? Let's go back. We might as well throw on Hey Bro versus G Buffo. It is a matchup. So G-Man scoring for G Buffo. They are, is that their full name or do they actually have a name? No, it's just G Buffo. I don't know why, but I think it's a combination of G-Man, Buffy, and Hazo. I guess that's got to be it. Very interesting. The loser of this is out, so might as well watch it. Oh, bit of a laggy there, but while we're here, let me notify the Discord I'm live. Folks, if you want to join the Discord, the bot, just put the link in the chat. People talk about RLCS, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure, check it out if you're interested in chatting about RLCS. The season's beginning very shortly now. It's going to be a lot of fun. But let's talk about the Frosty situation a bit more. Give me a second, though. I got to notify the server that we're live. Look in my own link, because I think the link sense doesn't work, but that's okay. Alright, here we go. Full screen this. So G Buffalo versus Chaos is an interesting one. It's definitely an interesting one. But instead of talking through this match, which Chaos won game number 1, I think I'm going to quickly talk through the Frosty situation. So for anyone that doesn't know, let's set the scene here. NRG, obviously one of, if not the biggest org in North America. Probably the most famous. Yeah, I'd say that. For Rocket League specifically, it is the most famous org. The one everyone thinks of. The only other org that would have had them beat is Cloud9, but they're not in Rocket League anymore. So if you're a North American player, the team to join is NRG. Obviously, right? It's the biggest name, the longest standing org. They've won a world championship. They have it all. So if you get signed by NRG, that's like a big deal, right? Even if I don't think the team's a top team anymore, Garrett G, he's not a bad player, but your team with Garrett G, there's no guarantee you'll make the major. You know, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a dogfight to get there. But, you know, it's still this top tier org, top tier salary, big deal. So Frosty, when he gets signed to NRG, that's got to be a huge moment for him. And you're like, wow, you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be, you know, Garrett G, Frosty going to be missed another long-term pro famous, but at the same time missed a bit, known for low hours, known for not being, you know, necessarily the best teammate in terms of commitment to a team. That's all just rumors, but so that said, you know, still, it's two top-tier teammates in Garrett G and Mist. It's a top-tier org. You imagine Frosty, a huge break for him. Huge break. He's never been on a team like that before. It's a big opportunity. Then, for us anyway, seemingly nowhere from a fan's perspective, they drop Frosty. So NRG officially signed Frosty, like we're paying him. I don't know how much. They probably paid him a signing bonus. Who knows? All that stuff, contract stuff. Then they drop him like less than a month later before the season begins. So it is kind of controversial. I just think it's a bad idea to be signing players and dropping them before the season even begins. At that rate, NRG shouldn't have signed them if they were going to consider dropping him. It's just a poor business decision, and it's a bad look for the fans. And poor Frosty. Imagine that. Imagine, I just set up how important NRG is to the Rocket League scene, and that's all true. And imagine they sign you and then strip it away before the season even starts. I mean, that is crazy, as we see a 0-second goal here from Hazo. Meaningless in the game, as they were already ahead 4-1. But still, nicely done there. Nicely done. It's a close series. Tied up. 1 game apiece. I don't know which way it'll go. Chaos probably the favorites, but not by a lot. Not by a lot. But yeah, back to the story, because that's just crazy. Imagine being Frosty, man. How's that gotta feel? How's that gotta feel? A gut punch, says Fooney. And it is. It is a gut punch. Poor Frosty. And it caused an avalanche of replacements. You are correct. You are correct. Not to cut off Hootie Who's stream there. But right now, Frosty is playing for Omelette. So Omelette literally had been announced as a team with it's still showing. It's Lion Blaze, Percy, and Zanil. Now Zanil is not going to be on Omelette because Frosty's playing it, and Zanil has switched teams to play for Pirates on a Boat. And then Pirates on a Boat, who are they playing with? They were playing with Toasty, and now Toasty is on NRG. It's all scrambled up. So multiple rosters have shifted because of this change, which is absolutely wild. And the person left the most high and dry, in my opinion, is Frosty, unfortunately for him. He still landed on a top roster that's going to be going to RLCS, but that's pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. So, Mystic, we just looked, and it looks like it was a three-way trade, basically. One player from Pirates on a Boat went to NRG. A player from Omelette went to Pirates on a Boat, and then the player dropped from NRG went to Omelette. So, 3 teams each exchanged a player. So, Hootie, great Rocket League Esports streamer and YouTuber if you want to watch more Rocket League Esports stuff. We're watching his stream right now. We're watch partying it. He is, I believe, the host for G Buffo's streams today. Maybe one day I'll be a big enough Rocket League Esports guy to get the watch parties for these teams. Even the lower end teams, it can be cool to be the official watch party for them. It'd be nice. You get in the lobby like Hootie, who's sitting in this lobby right now, spectator. But yeah, Mystic, pretty crazy swap up. And again, the person left most high and dry is poor Frosty. I mean, you had a contract with NRG, and I don't think he did anything to get dropped. Obviously, we don't know what happened. Maybe something happened behind the scenes. Dignitas is doing great in Gorby. I don't know if you've been watching, but Dignitas is on to the upper bracket. They're through. They're done for the day. Sorry to spoil it. I don't think you're spoiled, but if you were, sorry, but Dignitas moving on to day number 2 in the upper bracket, and they have an easy matchup against Deleted XD. Not to put Deleted XD down, a good team to be sure, but I think Dignitas are clearly the favorites in their matchup, so they're going to be top 3 unless something goes terribly wrong. At the worst case, they'd be top 3. So that's a pretty good spot to be as G-Man gets a goal, and it is looking like G Buffo are going to win this series. It's early, but they won last game, and they're looking good this game as well. Destruction, easy. Yeah, Gyro's doing great. He's doing great. You know what it feels like? It feels like the era when a bunch of RLCS players had the IWNL in their name. Remember that? Wasn't Gyro part of that era? It was like the Justin, I will not lose, and then a bunch of other NA pros did it after Justin did it. I'm pretty sure Gyro did it at one point. Anyway, that's what Gyro right now, he reminds me of back in those days. He's playing way better. He's playing like he was on Rogue, like he's on Rogue again. And I don't mean when he was with Rogue Koi. I mean, like, before Rogue became Koi, I'm pretty sure Gyro played with First Killer for a little bit. And that was the last time he's looked as good as he's looking now, I'd say. Was when he was playing with First Killer, which was a long time ago. And I mentioned it, you missed it, where I talked about Dignitas earlier in the stream. I really think that Evo, I hate to say this, he's not a bad player, but he needs the right people around him, and this is the right people around him. Oh, I think that wasn't me. That was Hootie who streamed there. Had lag. As Lunar for Chaos does get a goal, ties things up. But anyway, so Evo, right? He's great, but he really needs the right kind of players that are going to play around him, if that makes sense. And I think Arsenal and Gyro are the perfect players. They are selfless. They are leader type players, and that's going to really enable Evo to be as good as he can be. And it's working. It's working so far. Welcome, Hedge, to the stream. How are you doing today, Hedge? Is the goal to get 700 before February, said Fooney? You mean subscribers? Yes. I don't have any, like, official goals, but that sounds like a good one, yeah. It would be nice to hit 700 before February. Really, the RLCS is back. Once the RLCS kicks off, it should go back to growing faster. Like, I was growing really fast before the World Championship and during the World Championship. NRG wanted Gyro, but he chose Dig. They did want Gyro. Unironically, they did. And according to Shift. But I believe that. And I see why. I think you see it with OG. And I know OG just lost on stream. They lost to Pirates on a Boat. But a team like OG, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Those are 3, like, not to say they are, because they're not. But 3, like, quote-unquote washed players. Nolly, Khan, JNaps. But sometimes 3 proven quantities are better than taking on 1 young gun that might be good in the future. Gyro has a much higher floor than Frosty as an example, because that's the direct comparison, right? Gyro, for all you could say about potentially having a lower ceiling, I think he's actually has a higher ceiling than I expected. He's, like I said, he's playing back like the olden days. But for all you could say about his ceiling being low, he has one of the highest floors in the North American RLCS scene. And I think that's, teams are realizing how important that is to not have a bad day, especially in the new format. You have to play in the open qualifiers every single regional. Every regional, you have to start from the open qualifier. And you can't afford 2 losses. You can only lose 1 time in the open qualifier or you're out. It's a double limb bracket. So you literally can't afford to not have a player like Gyro. I think you really need a consistent player on your squad. Anyway. You're doing all right, but you're at work. Ah, very nice, very nice. I'm doing great, Hedge. I hope you have a great break. Chaos takes the lead. We're watching some RLCS level action here. I know G Buffo versus Chaos probably isn't who you're thinking, but this tournament has all kinds of top level teams like Dignitas, Luminosity, OG Esports. In fact, I think we're gonna quickly change back. I love this G Buffo. Well, actually, let's watch the very end of this, because it's just about to end. But after this game is over, we're gonna switch over from Chaos G Buffo to one of the other matches, and it is indeed Chaos taking game number 3. I think they're the favorites. We'll have to see how that one ends. But we're going to quickly switch back over to Shopify Rebellion versus Pirates on a Boat. Or actually, is this... Nope, yeah, it is. Shopify Rebellion versus Pirates on a Boat. Just starting up, and Shopify Rebellion will take goal number 1. Summer Series Elite. You've never seen that before? What do you mean? What is Summer Series Elite? Booney. Alright. So this is an interesting one. Pirates on a Boat just took down OG. But at the same time, I still think of Shopify Rebellion as a better team. So we'll see if Pirates on a Boat recapture that exact same magic they just had against one of the top teams. Not that they're not a top team themselves, but you look at teams like Shopify and OG and you're like, those are top 10 teams. Justin, Two-Piece Parth, you know, a really strong core here for Shopify. And I think Pirates on a Boat, maybe I'm underestimating them. Maybe they're a top 10 team as well, you know? They might as well. The tag, the banner tag. If that's a tag inside Rocket League, is that what you mean? Like one of the players had a tag for Summer Series Elite? That's probably the old RLCS. They used to have a thing called a Summer. I don't know if it was called a Summer Series, but they used to have a summer event where it was like Rumble and Drop Shot and things like that. And they played it in an off-season summer event. It was like RLCS Summer Series or something like that. Am I streaming day 3 tomorrow? Maybe, Igor. I'm not sure. I might stream it. It was gold? Yeah, that's before my time, actually. Believe it or not, I started watching RLCS in Season 8. So that was before my time. First RLCS I watched live was the Season 8 World Championship. And I watched the whole thing. Because I discovered RLCS during the break, the small break between the regular season and the World Championship. And then I rewatched the regional playoffs for North America. And then I went in went into the World Championship, watched the whole thing. Funny enough, I was actually cheering on... What was I cheering on? I think I was cheering on G2 and Dignitas. Or did G2 even make that one? Now I don't remember. I know I cheered on G2 in Season 9. I don't remember. I do remember Dignitas. And the reason I cheered on Dignitas is their coach, Verge, had a video about their run in the playoffs to make Season 8 World Championship. Because Dignitas, who ended up being a top 4 team, and most consider them the 3rd best team at the Season 8 World Championship, Dignitas nearly didn't even make it there. But then they ended up being a top 4 team in the world, and their playoff run from the lower bracket of the regional playoffs was pretty crazy at the time in Europe, Season 8. Good old time, good old time. It's looking rough for Pirates on a Boat right now. Mystic, you cursed it, Mystic, you cursed it. It's looking really rough. They just tied the game, Mystic. Why did you gotta say something? Nah, I'm not really a fan of Shopify, but you kind of cursed it. 5-up is literally underrated, yeah. And unironically, like, it's not a good thing to lose Toasty. I do think it's better to stick with the team you had, but The fact that they got Zenil for Toasty is probably the best you could ask for as a replacement right now. So I'd say the same thing, Funi. Like, if they were gonna lose Toasty, Zenil, they could have done much worse than Zenil. Like, they got lucky that Zenil opted to join them, really. So I think they got well, not lucky. There's a reason Zenil's joining them, because he probably knows how good Andy and 5UP are. Andy nearly sniping a goal there. And that's another thing to note. So because Pirates on a Boat just picked up Zenil because they lost Toasty, they are on a bit of a honeymoon phase. And I know that's a thing, and people... And it's funny, because I don't believe in a lot of, what are they called? It's like, you know, placebos or whatever. But I think of all the placebos, I don't think honeymoon period is a placebo. I just think when you guys are new to being... When any... Especially in Rocket League, the team's so small. When you're new to being teammates, your comms are different. They change over time, and it's never... Not that it's never going to be as good, but it's usually better right in the beginning because you haven't had any tough losses together. You haven't stressed out, you haven't had time to get mad at your teammates and build resentment. And if you're a good team that has solid coaching, you won't build resentment, and there's a less pronounced honeymoon period. But for a lot of these bubble teams that don't have coaches, I think the reason they have a honeymoon period is they build up some resentment over time, and it doesn't even need to be on purpose. They don't need to be actively mad at each other. You'll just naturally get annoyed with each other over time. Like, it's part of being a team. Of course your teammates are eventually going to do something that annoys you. It's okay, that's life. It's okay if you get annoyed by people. The difference is, how do you respond to it? How do you be stronger, build better from that? And that's why it's important, I think, for these RLCS teams to have a coach, to have this psychological support. Almost, as we nearly see a conceded goal there. Shopify would love to take game number 1. They just watched Pirates on a Boat take down OG. So you can't be underestimating Pirates on a Boat right now. Toasty washed? I don't know if Toasty is washed, Funi. NRG just picked him up. Dignitas owns Shopify. They're not even going to play Shopify, Igor. Are they going to play Shopify? They might not play them till the top 3. Not yet, Bology. Funi, that's what today's all about. We're just watching some RLCS. I'm not hard casting. We're just going to be chatting about the upcoming season. Work ethic surmounts it all. Exactly. So, and it's about trust. Because what I said about getting annoyed, and work ethic can overcome that too. But at the end of the day, Rocket League, rotations, comms, it's all about that core trust. And I think, again, one of the reasons we see these honeymoon period is you have the most trust in your teammates when you've just committed to them and you're like, yes, I believe in this. I think it's easy to believe in something right at the beginning because that's the most hype time. The only time it's more hype is when you're just won a regional. And you might believe when it's when you win a major. And I actually disagree. I think when teams win a major, they step back, they relax. Usually winning a tournament, you step back a little bit because you've done it. You've succeeded. Not that you hate each other or anything. No. But it's just you've done it. That was your goal. And once you've accomplished your goal, you naturally tend to slow down a little bit. But I'd say for unless you win a regional and you're about to go into a LAN on a high, there's nothing better than when you just formed your team. That's when the most buy-in happens. So it's really hard to recapture that honeymoon period because of that, really. It's just that's the best time for buy-in. So we'll see here if Pirates on a Boat can keep this going into the RLCS. But right now, they are looking like a top 8 team in the RLCS. I'll just say it. They beat OG. They're in an overtime against Shopify. They could go either way, but Pirates on a Boat could be winning this group. This is to top their group and to enter the playoffs on top. But you know what? An own goal is not the way you want to go. Shopify will win, but this is more on what Pirates on a Boat did, not Shopify, is the Neil. Zenil, head in my hands. Funi, you're complimenting him, but he just own gold, and Shopify take game number 1. Funi, have you not heard that? Toasty over Frosty? Yeah, they took Toasty over Frosty, NRG. They dropped Frosty. Parth ain't it, Chief. Funi, Zenil just owned gold. Is Parth not it, or is Zenil not it? That was on Andy. Andy did make a poor touch, but Zenil was the one that put it in. No one was touching that in until Zanil put it in. Andy made contact. He just put it central, kind of. He didn't help stop it. Well, it was an impossible save, but was anyone rushing to take the shot? By the way, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not blaming Zanil in this situation, for the record. I feel like you guys are going to crucify me. I want to get that out before we get too far in. I'm just playing devil's advocate here, because I like to when it's an own goal. Like, was the own goal really their fault? I'm not sure anyone was rushing in to take the shot, but obviously Zanil has to act like they're going to take a shot, because if he doesn't, the ball's going in anyway. So he's got to make sure he tries to save it at least. Welcome, Luke. Welcome back. How are you doing today, Luke Bowman? Here we go, though. Game number 2. I still believe in the boat. I believe in the Pirates. They got this. I'm a believer. I think I'm not like hard cheering Pirates on a boat, but I'm a believer. I want to see it. I'm a 5-up believer here. Let's see if they can get it done. Interestingly, the last time we saw a prospect like 5-up, because NA has way less prospects, it might have been Chronic, I think, when he got a shot on Gen G. Now, 2-beats many consider just as good as Chronic, but 5-up, he hasn't gotten that chance yet. I think if you gave 5-up the chance like Chronic was given, he might be good enough to play on a team like Gen G. Chronic was given his best shot, and they won a major. So maybe we'll see 5-up change teams in the middle of the season. Maybe Pirates on a boat crazy over 60 to make the major. It's a really tough road. Only 4 teams in North America make a major, and you have so many imports. You have Complexity, basically a European team now. You have M80, basically a European team. You have potentially, if Furious stay, I know they might head back to Sam, and that's the rumors, they're headed back to Sam, but you might have Furia in North America. You've got a lot of teams for not a lot of spots. So if Pirates on a boat are going to make the major, they've got a lot of tough teams to crack, but maybe they'll be able to do it. That said, a good sign would be beating Shopify here, because if they can't beat Rebellion, I'm not too confident in their RLCS season. SA is just one best of 5, but we'll see if they can take this one down. Welcome, FCB. This is Justin. We are watching Justin right now on Shopify Rebellion. They're winning. They're beating Pirates on a boat. They are the favorites on paper, but I've just been talking up Pirates on a boat for the past 5 minutes because I think they're playing really well right now. For anyone who doesn't know, Pirates on a boat, we just watched them take down OG, which is JNAPS, Nolly, and Calm. So if they can beat JNAPS, Nolly, and Calm, they definitely can beat Justin, 2-Piece, and Parth. That said, you still favor Shopify. You still do. But it's a tough matchup for both these teams. Pirates on a boat trying to tie up the game there. They didn't quite get it. Europe is slowly taking over NA. It's kind of sad. It's not... and let me rephrase that. Because I do think, obviously, the best teams should be winning. And with the current rules, it's not even against the rules to play in NA from Europe. They just changed rules, so now you can play from anywhere in the world. You just have to play on the servers that you decide to compete on. So anyway, all that to say that it's not like nothing any of the European players have done is wrong. They should do what's best for them, right? If that's where the bag is, if that's where they're going to make the most money, go for it. But it's definitely a bit disconcerting when you see a potential future where one day very few, like maybe 2 or 3 North Americans actually make majors, and the rest is just import players playing in NA. I could see that future. Like, unironically, that could happen in the next 5 years. Which is obviously a long while away, but if it keeps up at this rate and a couple Europeans move over every season, they could slowly take over NA, like, unironically. So much for Independence Day. Very funny, Quinny. Very funny. You want to see the best players? Well, of course, Mystic. And I do agree that if Europe has, which I'm not saying they do, because I don't think they do, but if Europe had 8 teams that were the best 8 in the world, and 5 through 8 all moved to North America and made the major, I don't have a problem with that. Again, do what's best for them, and if those are truly the 8 best teams in the world, and only 4 can make it from Europe and 4 move over, that's fine. That's fine by me. But it's definitely, again, it's just disconcerting as a North American fan. You're like, well, Mike, I mean, now it's going to be the American on a team of Europeans playing in NA instead of full teams from not necessarily the same country, but at least the same region. Instead of being region blocked by your geographical region, it might be less ideal for disparity, but some people have proven comfortable with it. Well, yeah, Mystic, I don't know if you understood what I said, but that is the new ruling. You can play in any RLCS region right now. It doesn't matter where you live. The only thing you can't do, well, actually, there are some countries prohibited, but as long as you don't live in those countries, you can play in any region you want. The only rule is when you pick a region, your team has to stay in that region for the full season. If you change teams during the transfer period, then you can change regions, but only during a transfer period. So if you 3 people lock in, you're stuck with with one region for the entire season. We have seen at least one European team already change regions. One of the bubble EU teams is playing in MENA. I think that's a mistake. If you're not making top 16 in Europe, I don't know why you think you're going to make top 16 in the Middle East. I just don't see it. But a bubble team did it. They're going to play in Middle East this season. Good luck to them. The thing is, they'll probably be top 64 in Middle East, so they will make some money. But they probably also would have been top 128 in Europe, so they would have made money anyway. So here we go. Tie game. Both teams score late here. Shopify score with about a minute left. Pirates on a boat fire back with 38 seconds left on the clock. I'm curious if Pirates on a Boat are going to win this series. I think they need this game. I don't see them reverse sweeping Shopify Rebellion. That said, winning this game is not going to be easy. You got Justin there on the back line for Shopify, 2-piece as well. 2 of perhaps the toughest players in this event. 2-piece and Justin and Parth completing the trio, nearly getting a goal. Justin will be the one. No! Justin can't close it out. And with 8 seconds to go, we might be heading to overtime. Why am I in Rocket League? Fooney, you're not going to believe this, but if you hear music, guess where the music is coming from? It's coming from Rocket League. I've decided I'm going to stop messing around with random music things and just use the in-game music from Rocket League for my streams. Gotta think big, Fooney. Think big. No shot. That is the... I'm using the lobby music. That's correct. That is correct. It's the easiest thing for me to do, and I'm too lazy to do anything else. And this, I have the no copyright thing selected. I have streamer safe music, so... And for the record, we're watching a Rocket League event. I wouldn't do this if we weren't playing or watching Rocket League, but as long as Rocket League is being advertised, I feel comfortable using their music, because I mean, that's what it's for. It's for when you're playing Rocket League. And this counts, in my opinion. Watching Rocket League. It counts. Here we go. Andy, 5 up there. A pass? A shot? Oh, just off the corner. This is a second overtime of the series, and it's a really necessary one for Pirates on a Boat. Again, I just don't see it if they don't take this game. You love hearing the car noises and flips? Well, I don't want to turn this on because there's going to be a caster talking.
In favor of Pirates.
There we go. Now it's on quiet, but I'd prefer to just leave it off, really. I'm just going to leave it on. Dude, I don't like the cat. I decided I'd rather just not have their audio, and then I don't risk any of their music not being safe for stream. 5 up, an opportunity, but it is pinched down out of the corner. 2 pieces there, a shot, top bar, and out. Parth, yeah, also into the corner. Zenil reads it. Central shot on target. Up and over and nearly in. Parth can't quite get there. Zenil, what's he got? Into the corner. Ball is sent high. This is now a 2-minute overtime. Quite long here. Quite long indeed. You fell asleep to the Alpha Boost 10-hour loop. No worries, Finny. You hate sarcastic? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Quite the opposite. It's just that I'm not casting, and I don't know. I'd rather you guys just hear me talk, because I'm going to be talking the whole time. Maybe cast a little bit, like in these tense moments. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Shopify or Pirates on a Boat could go either way. Pirates on a Boat would love it to be them that takes this as they nearly concede, but 5 up will be there to read the balls. And Neil, a follow-up touch. 2 piece though. follows up on the backboard. 5 up, a 50 goes not his way. Andy has to see this to the corner, but that's right to Two Piece, who passes it central. Zanil, though, reads it away. Zanil passes it. Justin there into the corner. Now it's actually going to Parth. Parth, oh, that's a poor touch. Two Piece has to make contact. He does, but it is getting dangerous. Have you ever applied to a casting position? Now that's interesting. Not really, no. I recently applied to something, but it's not for casting. But I don't, and that's the thing, is I decided pretty early on, because I started doing the viewer tournaments, right? And I'm like, well, this is kind of casting. Do I want to pursue this? And I think casting is a huge time commitment in and of itself that it's a whole grind that I'm not ready for. Because I've seen some people within, for example, 100X doing that casting grind, and it is a grind. It's a slog, man. And you build up tournament by event by event, tournament by tournament, but I don't even know if I want to start on the bottom rung and just do some of these low-level tournaments, because I don't know if I would enjoy it enough to be worth it to me, honestly. Well, I appreciate it, Fooney, and maybe I would be great at it, but it doesn't even matter how good or bad I am at it if I don't think I'd enjoy it, and it's definitely not going to be worth it financially. Casting doesn't make a lot. Shopify ultimately do win 4 minutes into the overtime. My goodness. What a long one, but Two Piece slams it home. Welcome, Avax, by the way. Welcome, Scrimp. How are you guys doing today? Is that the real Scrimp? What's up? How are you doing today? I'm doing great. Scrimp, how are you? We're watching some professional Rocket League. This is one of the last, in fact, it is the last off-season event in North America, of note anyway, with top-level teams. Shopify Rebellion, Justin, obviously famous player from the shot heard around Rocket League. Joined up with Two Piece and Parth on Shopify Rebellion. They are playing Pirates on a Boat. It's going to be an interesting one. Scrimp, you won't believe this, but Fooney stole your identity. He was, he had Scrimp in your profile picture at one point, and I thought he was you for like half a second. How are you doing, Scrimp? How are you doing? And same thing, Abax. How are you doing today, Abax? It's been a fun event so far. We're catching kind of not the end, but we're in the middle of this. This is day number 1, age groups right now. And there will be 8 teams advancing to the playoff bracket. 4 in the upper bracket, 4 in the lower bracket. This is an upper group match. So the winner between Pirates on a Boat and what group are they even in? The winner between Shopify and Pirates on a Boat will advance to the upper playoff bracket. The loser will have to play OG. So you don't want to lose this. This is actually an incredibly important matchup, because neither of these teams is favored against OG. Even Pirates on a Boat, who just beat them. Now it's looking like Shopify Rebellion will beat Pirates on a Boat. They will be the ones moving on. And so, oh my goodness. Lag indeed. But here we are into game number 3. Shopify Rebellion are just 1 game away. Make it a goal. Two Piece. He gets the OT winner. He gets goal number 1 in game number 3. And Shopify, if they hold this lead, will be advancing to day number 2. Oh, very nice, Scrimp. Very nice. Yeah, some good matchups indeed. I appreciate it, Scrimp. Thanks for hanging around. Booney, I want to do 2v2. Ah, very interesting. Abax going to be playing some Rocket League in-game tournaments. You know, we got to do in-game tournaments one day. I always do my own type of tournaments, which are fun, but we get way more people involved if we did just full in-game tournaments. Maybe we'll do that one time. Opportunity slammed central, but it is saved away. Parth, it's his turn. Zanil is there. To the sidewall. No one to read it, but Justin does. Justin, goal number 2, and indeed, Shopify Rebellion look like they're going to be the ones taking home this series and avoiding that death trap of a matchup with OG. I mean, that is scary how dangerous that'll be in this group. Only 2 of the 3 can advance, and these are 3 playoff level teams in an event like this. I mean, I think it's poor seeding, but that's in large part because OG wasn't invited. OG had to play in a qualifier. I don't quite know why. They're a bunch of fun. Definitely recommend. Well, we'll have to do it, Scrimp. I appreciate it. Yeah, the in-game tournament. Oh, yeah. I've seen it. I think I've seen Scrimp do it even. I think the first time we raided Scrimp, I believe that was the way it was. Welcome, Avery Ames. Avery, unfortunately, I'm not doing show matches today like I usually do, so you can't play. We are watching Professional Rocket League Pirates on a Boat versus Shopify Rebellion right now, but this is a $7,000 tournament happening around the whole Rocket League world, in North America at least. It's called Bandits on Wheels. A lot of the top teams are here. So Avery, unfortunately, can't play, but hopefully you're still going to enjoy the some top high level Rocket League content. Everyone wants it. That's peak content. Yeah, we'll have to... Maybe we'll do that... Dude, RLCS starts next weekend. Maybe we'll do that on Thursday. Maybe. Zenil, an opportunity. He leaves the ball, though. Andy has to get there. Zenil follows up with it. Just into the side wall. Coming down to the wire here. They do have a 2-goal lead, but I can't count out Pirates on a Boat. And I save from Zenil 5-up. You know, this is the moment where 5-up has to step it up. Oh, and Andy, I don't like that shot. That's a poor shot from Andy. Yes, it had pace. Good pace on it, but he hits it right at the defender. An easy save for Shopify Rebellion. And I think we need to see at least one of these Pirate on a Boat players really step up, be the difference maker. If they can't do it, Shopify will easily take this game, as now they're up 3-0. Parth, a great pass. 2-piece follows it up, and 3 goals the better are Shopify. And again, we need to see somebody on Pirates on a Boat stand up and say, no, not happening. I'm thinking it's got to be 5-up. I think he's the young gun. He's the player everybody's looking to. And if he can really just like slam home the idea that Pirates on a Boat can't be underestimated, maybe, just maybe, they can win this game, win this series. And you know what? It's a start. Zenil, a great pass, 5-up to finish. And Pirates on a Boat get on the board. They get on the board. Scrimp would be an amazing caster. Very interesting. He's plat, and he beat you in a 1v1. How did he beat you in a 1v1 if he's plat? Appreciate it. Got to hit the lab today. Very nice, Scrimp. Very nice indeed. 5-up, an opportunity, but it is saved by 2-piece. To the sidewall. Now it's Zenil there. Zenil hitting it central. An opportunity. 5-up to finish. No one needed. Andy will be the one that slams it home. 5-up just had to sit there and be eye candy as his teammates pass it and put it in for him. Nicely done. And now, hey, a minute 31 and Pirates on a Boat. They're fighting their way back in. They're only down 1 goal with a minute 31. There's enough time. There's enough time to make a comeback. Not if you concede. 2-piece, nearly doubling up the lead. Dangerous for Pirates on a Boat, but they do manage to keep it out. And in fact, Andy flip reset bamboozles the defense, and we have a tie game. Pirates on a Boat. They are raiding the net for Shopify right now. Parth, which should have been there for the save, but faked out by that flip reset. My goodness, are Pirates on a Boat really raising that flag now? They are not holding back anything, and they're letting Shopify Rebellion know that they are here to plunder. They are here to plunder their opposition's net of goals and take the lead in this game. They've got a minute 5 to get another one. If they do get another goal and hold on to that lead, they not only win this game, they extend the series. Shopify are on match point. You gotta run. No worries, Scrimp. I hope you have a good one. See you in 5-10 minutes then. Was there any matches? Frozo? Nope, I haven't done any show matches today, and I don't think we will, unfortunately. I think we're just gonna watch some of these Pro Rocket League matches if people don't mind, and we'll probably get into some show matches next Thursday, maybe, of the traditional variety. I know I haven't done them in a while. Oh wait, I was gonna do a tournament then. Maybe we'll do a tournament then instead. An opportunity. The ball goes middle. 5-up, but nice save. Zenil, what's his chance here? Puts it central himself. Andy is there, but it goes into the corner. 5-up. That's the slam it home and in. 5-up gets the goal, and Pirates on a Boat are 13 seconds from their first game win against Shopify and avoiding overtime for the first time this series. 2 overtimes to start the series. Shopify win both of them. Here, Pirates on a Boat, they can make a statement. They can take a game, make a name for themselves. Talking about matches, Bandits on Wheels. Yes, there was. The tournament's been going for a bit now. Rosso. So 2 groups are already done. This is part of the 2 groups that are to finish the day. So they're already over halfway done with the day, and it will be a game win for Pirates on a boat. They extend this series and give themselves a chance at avoiding OG. They do not want a rematch with OG. They want to win out here and get themselves into that upper bracket. How are you doing today, Frozo? But yep, Shopify Rebellion. Ball possession. Some interesting stats there. More boost on the side of Shopify Rebellion, but they still don't get the win. Despite that, they did lose in field domination. So a bit more offensive presence for Pirates on a boat. Maybe that was the difference maker. Maybe they conserve boost better. Hard to say for certain. I think the biggest difference is individual players making plays, because these 2 teams are pretty evenly matched. We've seen they have strong offenses and defenses. I think both of them. They've gone to overtime twice now, the 3rd game a 1-goal affair. So I think the way Pirates on a Boat are going to take this series is if they play to their individual strengths. They let 5 Up do his thing, and Zanil and Andy get those passing plays together. I think that's where they see success. And hopefully we see some more of that for them if they want to win this game. Meanwhile, I know we got some fans of Shopify Rebellion. Let me quickly start up a poll. We should have started a poll ages ago. Who do you think's going to win? Will it be Shopify Rebellion? Will it be Pirates on a Boat? On a boat, or is it Shopify Rebellion? Poll has begun. Let me know your thoughts by voting for the team you think will take the series. Ball into the corner. Shopify do read it. Justin, though, a poor whiff from Justin, and it might still give Parth a chance on the ball, but that was not a great touch. Justin struggling here, although he does finally hit it into the corner. Immediately seen away, though. Interesting, as we nearly get a goal from Pirates on a Boat. I was going to say, interesting to note, I think Shopify Rebellion is probably one of, if not the most active managements in North America. I think they have a really strong structure in terms of like org management, getting just the right amount of involved with the roster. They're not like tampering or over involved, but they have a great coach, a great setup for this squad. And I think that's exactly what it requires to compete in RLCS these days. So it's nice to see orgs, continue their support in the scene. Welcome, Clarissa or Charissa. Unfortunately, this is not viewer show matches. Today we are just doing we're just watching some professional Rocket League tournaments. So unfortunately, you can't get into the next game because we're not doing viewer show matches, but I hope you enjoy this look into what next season of RLCS is going to look like in North America. Justin playing for Shopify Rebellion, with Parth and 2Piece right now are playing Pirates on a Boat. And this series could be going the distance. It's looking like it might go all the way to the best of 5 ending. How are you doing today, Charissa, by the way? I hope you're doing well. Here's a chance. Justin, he puts it down the field. He passes it. 2Piece can't put it on target. You would have liked to see that one in if you're a Shopify Rebellion fan. A lot of people certainly are. Fans of Justin, anyway. Would be a fan of Shopify. The stream needs reviving. I don't know, Fooney. This happens. If I don't do viewer show matches, it's never as good as if I was doing viewer show matches. But that's okay, Fooney. It's the unfortunate reality. The people that watch my live, which is fine. The people that watch my live streams are here for the viewer show match stuff usually, which is alright. Ooh, Central. Zanil has to make a save, and he does. I'll put Central for Justin, who is there, but it puts it into the corner. Now an opportunity for Parth. He bumps the defender, but none of his teammates follow. Poor communication there for Shopify Rebellion. If only they could have, communicated that passing play to each other and taken advantage of it. It would have been nice to see for them. They could have definitely seen some success on that play. Instead, they don't get the goal. And Pirates on a Boat potentially could take this game. We enter the final minute 30. One goal could be all that separates these two teams. And we look more and more like that's going to be the reality here. Andy's and Neil. Most people don't search Rocket League Esports as much as they do for playing Rocket League. Well, this might surprise you, but I actually don't really thrive on search, results. My videos are getting recommended by YouTube Browse, which might be surprising. But YouTube browsing, where YouTube just gives me impressions basically, and people click on it, that's the #1 source of my views, even for live streams, not search. So what happens is if people don't stay around, if they join my stream and then leave, that sends a bad signal to YouTube, so they don't recommend. I don't get as many impressions. And that's what happens when it's non-viewer show matches, because when I do viewer show matches, and I'm not trying to bait people into staying, but half the time it feels like people stay because they want to play, so they'll wait around until they're in, and we build up a huge number of viewers that are staying, and their average view duration is longer. Like right now, the average view duration is 4 minutes and 38 seconds. Usually, because I can see it, it tells me, usually that number is 10 minutes or longer. And when it's 10 minutes or longer, I get a ton of recommendations and more people will watch my streams, even people that are new viewers. That's how I get new viewers, when YouTube recommends me to them. Anyway. Well, Fooney, it's not just that. It's not that it's in the title and thumbnail, although obviously that helps people click on it. This click-through rate is definitely a bit higher. It's not the click-through rate that's the problem. I'm telling you, it's the view duration. When people are playing in my matches, they stay around longer, which is alright. It's okay. Here we go. Overtime again. This series has had 2 overtimes. This is the 3rd. Shopify won both of them, and if the Rebellion can win this one, they will win the series. If Pirates on a Boat finally take their first overtime, they'll force game number 5. They nearly concede there, and it's still dangerous. Pirates on a Boat struggling on the defensive end. They finally break out, but for how long? Parth passes it middle. Justin will follow. Oh, a poor touch from Justin means if Parth isn't there, which he is, it would have been dangerous. Still is, though. Pirates on a Boat. The ball is passed middle for them. And they're looking like they're going to score here. You've been here the whole time. No worries. I appreciate it, Fooney. I appreciate it. It's not you, Fooney, and it's nothing any one person can impact. When I have had, like, I've had 64 people come view. So when you get up to that many views, any one viewer can't really influence it. It really is just an average. And so, unironically, more people will watch longer when I'm doing viewer show matches, which is fine. But I don't mind it. I get it. Ooh, nearly a goal for 2-piece and 5 up. Instead, the ball sees its way back to the sidewall. Even left my PC on. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. 64 is my highest concurrent. I don't think I ever got that high. When did I say that? That's not. No, 64 viewers right now. That's what I'm saying. Or viewers right now. Sorry, views right now. Let me rephrase that. 64 people have clicked onto my stream, and only 2 of you are still here. That's why the view duration is so low, as Justin does win this series for Shopify Rebellion. So, sorry, I see how that was confusing. The 64 number is not concurrent viewers. That is my current views, which just means how many people have started watching the stream. And of the 64, only 2 are still here. That's why the view duration is so low. Usually, it would be a lot more than that, obviously. So, alright. Is over. So, we're going to see if we can catch any other series going on right now. Let's actually refresh this. Nope, nothing new. Luminosity was probably playing. We might have missed it. Let's see if we can catch Luminosity, though. This is OG versus Midnight. Nope, they're done. They're watching the mainstream. I'm not sure. No, that's still Chaos versus G Buffalo. Nope, everybody's watching the mainstream. Yeah, but it looks like we don't have anything to watch, so we will return to this. You got one with 30 people. Well, I appreciate it, Fooney. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. This is probably the wrong stream to throw people in, but that's okay. Actually, I mean, this is the perfect stream because this is what my streams are going to start looking like. I think I mentioned it, but I think when this RLCS season picks back up, I'm gonna cut down a bit on the viewer show match stuff and focus in more on the RLCS. And I know there's less viewers in that, but I kind of, when I made this channel, I wanted it to be about RLCS. And so I think we're gonna stick with it. And get back into talking about RLCS as the streams, and maybe making streams something that can be into a video, because that's really what would be the nicest thing. You're watching the main event of the Fall Showdown, sponsored by Psyonix. Very nice. Alright, we got 5 minutes till the next matchup. I want to see if there's an actual bracket. There is. So let's check the real bracket. I appreciate it, Funi. I do appreciate it. And so that also, I mean, I'm definitely going to be doing live streams twice a week, just because there will be a reason to. RLCS. But I'm definitely going to try and focus in more back on the YouTube video side of things, because live streaming is great and all, and I really do enjoy it, but YouTube videos, I think, are going to be where it's at when we get into the season. Making some fun, enjoyable videos. Well, yeah, they're in different pools. I guess I want to see if Luminosity won, really. They're still playing? Or not? Well, I don't know who won. Hopefully Luminosity won. It says it's Whoops You streaming it. I don't know who won. It looks like Hey Bro lost. Great. Very good. Wow, I'm just a fan of Luminosity. So, Luminosity should be up ahead now. But anyway, it looks like G Buffo did beat Chaos, but it went all the way to Game 5. Wow. Chaos, we saw them win their second game. They must have lost the next two to G Buffo. Let's quickly check out the other pools. So, pool number 3, Deleted XD and Omelet advancing out of that one. Pool number 1 was Dignitas, and incorrect. That surprises me. I did not see that one coming. If we go double check here, incorrect is Angel, Flitz, and Tool, and I really did expect, I think it was Treehouse. I think I expected to make it out of there, although maybe I should have been expecting incorrect. Next up, pool number 2, or last up I should say, Shopify Rebellion just beat Pirates on a Boat, so next up will be OG Pirates on a Boat. And this may be the last game of the day, I do believe, in this tournament. And so it may be the last thing we do on stream. Probably. Sorry, it'll just be a bit of a short stream, but it's fun, nice short stream. Nice and quick. Just a teaser for the upcoming RLCS qualifiers beginning next weekend. Welcome, Baby Duck. Welcome. I appreciate it. Funi. Oh, you're saying you're a big fan of Luminosity. Duh. You should have known that. I appreciate it, Funi. Baby Duck RL asking when Scrimp is live. I have no idea, Baby Duck, but I know you're not asking me, but I'll say it anyway. I don't know. He was actually in my stream for a little bit, Baby Duck. He said he was running out to get groceries. That sounds like a joke, but I'm actually... Or not the groceries, sorry. He said he was running out to the store. Which I assume he means groceries. So, unironically, he is probably not even at his house right now. Based on what we know. Just over an hour? What you mean, Funi? My stream right now has just been over an hour. I know, it's going to be a very short stream. Sorry about that, guys. But we're not done yet. We got one more match, at least. Probably the last one, but one more. Let me read. Yeah, about a minute till the main event. Till the, it kicks back off. Collaborate with Scrimp. He needs to collaborate with me, suspect. Nah, I'm just messing around, but, like, I don't know what we'll do. I don't have any ideas. If he doesn't have any ideas, then it's like, the only thing I can think of is we do a dual stream or something, but I don't know. Alright, welcome back, Scrimp. You know what you missed, Scrimp? Baby Duck asking when you were going live in my chat, which is very funny. So Baby Duck is here. When are you doing show matches, says Baby Duck? Great question. Next Thursday, I'm going to be doing some form of show matches or something. On Thursday around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. After that, Baby Duck, to be real with you, that might be one of the final few show match streams, because when RLCS starts, I'm going to really, the show matches are going to start to come to an end. And I will do one again, so I've mentioned this already. We're going to do a full-on, high production quality tournament when I hit 1,000 subs. That's going to be the reward for 1,000 subs, is we're going to do a huge, tournament for everybody. But until that time, I'm going to cut back on the viewer matches when RLCS kicks off. Because my focus is really going to be just be talking about RLCS, which will be a lot of fun. Am I crazy, or has it been a minute? And this thing just restarted the counter or something. It's lagging. It did lag a bit, but not as much as I expected. No worries, Baby Duck. I'm sorry. I know it might be sad. It's just because I like doing the show matches, but I like talking about RLCS a lot more. So I'd rather be focusing on making RLCS related content and turning some of my live streams into videos. I have an idea where I want to do, because there's two things I want to do. I love making prediction videos, and I like making prediction videos, and I like the streams where I recap, because when we do a recap stream, I feel like it's actually valuable to watch for people. So what I want to do is turn my recap streams into videos, and then keep doing the high production quality predictions videos where I include footage of the teams and the players and all that, and do player predictions. So if I make really high quality prediction and power ranking videos, and then lower quality recap videos that I make during the live stream, where I just take the live stream VOD and cut that up into a video, I think that'll work really well. So that's kind of my plan. Is on Saturdays, potentially instead of watch partying, I might do recap streams. I gotta think about it, but I think recap streams will be the way I go. Which, the one big negative is, unfortunately, there are a lot of viewers of mine that are in time zones that make late night streams untenable. I accept, I know that, and I'm sorry for those people that might not be able to watch if I do regular 8 p.m. streams or 9 p.m. or whatever on Saturdays, but I think I might do recap streams instead of watch parties. We'll see. That would be W. Yeah, Fooney. The only negative is I'm not going to do like 6 hours a day, so I'm definitely not going to watch party and do a recap. I might just do a 2-hour recap stream or something instead of watch partying for the day. And that would also be beneficial because I have other things I want to be doing during the actual games. Like, when the games are live, it would be nice to be doing other, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch party. I'll watch party some of them at least, that's for sure. Like the majors, I'll probably maybe watch party. You use your show match streams to prepare. I appreciate it, Baby Duck. But are you gonna? Well, actually, this is fascinating. I don't know what rank you are, Baby Duck, but fun fact: if you are plat or above, you can register for RLCS and play in the open qualifier. Even if there's no chance that you make it further, you are welcome to try. Luminosity won in Game 5. Wow, against Heybro. A close one. Heybro now have to play G Buffo to make it on. Pirates on a Boat have to play OG. Really tough matchups. We're obviously going to watch OG versus Pirates on a Boat. It's going to be a fun one. Champ 1, you're 12. Oh, well, fun. Well, even funner fact, you can't play in RLCS. You know that, I'm sure. Sorry about that. It's not really a fun fact, but it's not a bad fact. Trust me, you'll be way better by the time you're old enough to play in RLCS anyway. I'm sure you're improving at a rapid rate. Suspect, what was your last message? With Attorney, collaborate with Scrimp, both commentating. That could be it. Yeah, Scrimp could commentate. I'm sorry I missed your message, Suspect. We could do that, but Scrimp has to message me, about it. Wait, you're here, Scrimp. Scrimp, people want me to collaborate with you, so if you want to collaborate, message me your ideas, because I don't have any ideas. So, we could cast a tournament together. Scrimp, put your stream on his Discord server. What? Oh, I appreciate it. Well, thank you very much, Scrimp. I appreciate it. Shout out, Scrimp. Yep, thank you very much, Scrimp. We're up to 5 viewers, folks. A reminder, because I know we have a bunch of new people. We are watching Tactical Banditry in their $7,000 Bandit on Wheels Fall Showdown number 6. So that's a lot of words. What it means is that this is one of the final off-season tournaments that was sponsored by Psyonix. It was a series of bi-weekly tournaments put on by Tactical Banditry in North America. And it features a lot of the top teams that will be in the RLCS. These next 2 teams we're watching, Optic Gaming versus Pirates on a Boat, they are both RLCS level teams, and they will be playing in the RLCS. So let's start up a new poll. Who will win this final series of the day? Will it be OG Esports, or will it be Pirates on a Boat? Let me know with your vote in the poll. I've started up. And before you vote, just remember, Pirates on a Boat already beat OG today. They already beat them once today. Do a merge tourney? We could. Do I have any ideas for teams? What do you mean, Baby Duck? Do I have any ideas for teams? I just don't know what you mean by that. Do a merge tourney? Get your guys involved with what Pat does? Yeah, I mean, we could do... So, Scrimp, I don't know if you've seen some of my tourneys, but I do where it's like best of 5 or best of 7, depending on how late it is in the tournament. And we build out a bracket, not inside Rocket League, like outside of Rocket League, and we just do an actual tournament. And I try to make it as close to RLCS feeling as possible. So, I have overlays, I do transitions, victory screens. I try and make it work. It's a bit scuffed, but it's a lot less scuffed than like my generic show match streams. I try and make it smooth, and part of the way of doing that is notifying people. Like, everyone's in a Discord, some private channels where I notify them when they're about to play, and they need to be ready when the time they play. And that's one of the hardest things is whenever we did 3v3, there were always people that were late or didn't make it, and I had to get subs. So 1v1s and 2v2s are a bit better to not have as many people be late. So next one, if I did another big tournament, it would be 2v2. Because we've done a big 3v3, we've done a big 1v1, we haven't done a big 2v2 tournament yet. Well, I appreciate it, Funny. And those are a lot of fun to make. They're just a lot of work to make, to be honest. But it was fun. To join for RLCS, I appreciate it, Baby Duck. You know what? Yeah, like I said, you're young. You know, if you keep playing, maybe you'll be good enough one day. Who knows? Especially now that you can play 13, it'll give you a lot of time. Even when you're 13, you don't have to make RLCS at 13. If you're still, because you're still improving at such a rapid rate at that age that, you know, maybe you'll make it one day. It's just it's too soon to know, for us to know. Maybe you know, though, in your head. If you grind for it, if you practice a lot, that could be you. It takes a lot of work, though. People have thousands of hours in the game, Baby Duck. I'm sure you already have a lot of hours in the game, but it's a lot. Booney, Hussein, and me, best 3s team in EU. Maybe Suspect, you might be. You may very well be. Suspect, best player in EU. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Suspect. That's a bit of a stretch. I know you were just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know who's not kidding? Calm. A dangerous save, but he does make it. OG keep their score sheet clean, but Pirates on a Boat are pressing. Suspect worst player on our roster. Very funny. I'm not a hater, Suspect. I'm not a hater. It's just, if you're gonna hype yourself up to that level, you should expect criticism. So you're the one that hyped yourself up. You opened yourself up to some criticism. It wasn't like you're like, I am one of the best players. You said, I am the best player. Or you didn't even say it. You said Suspect best player. But I take that to mean that you think you are the best. So, of course, you're going to be opening yourself up to criticism. You know who's also open to a little criticism? Nolly, not a great 50, but you know what? He makes up for it with a better second touch. But no teammate can follow. Andy keeps this in the OG corner. Pirates on a Boat are piling on the offense right now. OG have struggled to break out of their own half. We're going to need to see them do so if they want to win this series. Welcome, Ravinder Kaur. How are you doing today, Ravinder? I hope you're having a great day. We are watching some professional Rocket League. Hope you enjoy it. Gotcha, I'm down for whatever works best for you and what people think. Well, Script, just let me know. You know, send me a message, because like I said, we got to coordinate this, and I don't have really any great ideas. Besides, that if that's a thing, Script, if you do want to get involved in that, that will be I'm going to do that at 1,000 subs. So that might be a bit from now. The 1,000 sub special. So that might be a while away. Is that Funi? Wait, Ravender and Funi, you guys know each other? OG Esports, the favorites in this matchup, but they are not necessarily the favorites in the game. As although 67% of you guys voted for them in the fan vote, they did just lose to Pirates on a Boat earlier today in this exact tournament. So there's no guarantee they can win this. That said, I think you still favor them in the rematch, which is kind of crazy to say. Like, we just saw Pirates on a Boat beat them, but sometimes you show all your cards. You know, you had to reveal your hand. And now that you've used up all your tricks, you might not be able to beat the same team you beat earlier because you've used up all your tricks. I don't think that's the case here, but it very well could be. Pirates on a Boat have struggled to score a goal here. We're down to the final minute 15, and despite having much more pressure than OG, they haven't taken advantage of that pressure. You're from Scrimp Stream. Very nice, very nice. Doing great, and I hope you're doing great as well, Ravender. Or you just said you're good, so that's good to hear. It's nice to have a relaxing weekend. Calm. No relaxing for him, as he again can't quite put that goal in, but a double tap opportunity. JNaps nearly puts it in. You're a YouTube member for Scrimp? Very nice. Oh, Scrimp recently unlocked memberships, right? When he got to 500 subs? That's pretty cool, Scrimp. I hope you're enjoying that, as JNaps will slam home goal number 1 for OG. And what a better time to get it. The Knapsack himself, with 40 seconds to go, under a minute, secures a lead for OG that, if it holds, will get them game number 1 as a win. You've been watching him non-stop since I rated him? Well, very nice, Funi. Glad you've enjoyed someone that I randomly found. The YouTube algorithm working. There is 5 up. A snipe. A snipe. And out of nowhere, 8 seconds after they scored, Pirates on a Boat managed to upset, shock OG, and tie the game. I really shocked the defense there. OG not expecting such a long shot. The Knapsack. Funi, there's no way you've been watching RLCS since season 5 or whatever, and you don't know that JNap's nickname is the Knapsack. I just don't believe that for a second. Make sure. I appreciate the call to action there, Scrimp. I appreciate it. Reminder, if you are a new viewer and you're enjoying the stream, completely optional but free way to support me is to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Can I join you in Rock League? So right now, Ravender, I'm not doing viewer show matches, but if you're asking me anyway, I don't know if you're asking me, but later on, as in like about a week from now on Thursday, I will be doing some more viewer type match things, so you can join then. But Ravender, not today, not today. I don't know about Clash of Clans, Funi. I never really got into it, and I'd be so far behind at this point that I doubt it's worth joining. It's the Knapsack. Funi, you've definitely heard JNaps be called the Knapsack. As you know what, this game did head to an overtime. I've been distracted. On Thursday. So about a week from, well, not quite a week, but on Thursday in next week. Ravender. I used to do, not used to, but I have done a lot of your show match type things, but that's going to start to tamper down as we head into the RLCS season. I'm more of a Rock League Esports kind of guy. We nearly saw a goal for OG. You would have liked to see it instead. Pirates on a Boat fans are rejoicing as they continue this overtime and potentially take game number 1 out of the hands of OG Esports. That could very well be now. Zanil, an early shot. Save from Nolly Calm, though. That's a poor follow-up touch as it's getting a 5 up. A shot at the goal. Nearly in. Just a bit too high. And unfortunately, for Pirates on a Boat, they don't get the goal there. It's a fun mobile game. I've played it before. It's just... It's not as fun. I don't find it as fun when it has all the premium features, as JNaps gets a premium goal about a minute 20 in, rather, to this overtime. Grabs goal number 2 for OG and takes game 1. An early victory is an important one in this series, as you imagine if they lose to Pirates on a Boat in this game, their earlier series loss starts to loom large, and perhaps they don't get it, you know? Becomes a bit tough to win the series. Now, OG is solidly in the lead and should be secure mentally heading into the rest of the series. Hop on Rise of Kingdoms. What is that? Guys, I don't even know what these mobile games are. But I don't like the premium type games where it's free and then you pay for gems and it speeds it up. And that's just silly. They're trying to get you to buy gems by making things take forever to build. And I don't like that. I don't like that about Clash of Clans. I appreciate it, Scrimp. I try and keep a mix of talking about the game, talking about RLCS in general, and interacting with chat when I do these watch parties. I haven't done a watch party like this since RLCS. Well, no, I have. I did Flip and Spin. But my most popular watch parties were RLCS ones. And funny enough, I actually think I am better about interacting with chat and all that now than I was when I did the RLCS Worlds watch parties. Well, yeah, you don't have to, Funi, but the game makes it painful if you don't buy gems. Especially when you get to the late game, things take so long to build, and it's all a money grab. Yeah, there's no queue to join, Funi. Is Q join still above my name? Alright, fine. Fine, you win, Funi. I've got to take that away. There you go. You win, Funi. I've taken away the Q, because there's no Q. Here we go, Zenil, an early lead. Pirates on a boat. They may have struggled in the end of that overtime and ultimately lost it. But they're not struggling in game number 2. A very early lead. Their earliest of the day. Earliest lead yet. Yeah, Funi. Please don't spam. You're the one that's supposed to protect against spam. Not join it. That's my chance at a Star Wars quote. I kind of botched it, but you know, you were destined to save the galaxy, not destroy it or whatever. Anyway, here we go. Ball into the corner now. Timeout. Rooney. Suspect, I mean. Darn it. Suspect. No one is here. Well, Foodie, what if there was a bunch of viewers that wanted to type and you drowned out what they said? That wouldn't be very nice. 5 up, another goal opportunity, but no, Pirates on a Boat don't get this one. That said, OG struggling. This is the first time they've looked on their back foot for a while now. Fun fact, I actually didn't time him out. I just removed the message. I did not time him out. I just removed the message. I don't think he wanted the message removed. He wanted to get timed out. Here we go. OG Esports, an opportunity to tie this game, but it goes to nothing. I mean, I say that and Com immediately gets the ball back, but Pirates on a Boat, so far so good. This is dangerous though. The ball pinched middle. Andy putting it to the sidewall. I'm going to pass on that, Vinny. All Central, I see a bunch of emojis. Thanks everybody for supporting this stream today. If Pirates on a Boat take this game, they will extend the series a bit. And maybe prove those that voted for them correct. Right now, a third of the votes in the fan poll have been for Pirates on a Boat, but OG doesn't give up without an OG kind of fight. A dog fight, really. The original Rocket League Brawl type of gameplay. And you know what? they're in for a slugfest. Goal number 1 their way. Now we're tied up with 3 minutes to go, and I expect some more goals on either side. I believe that, Funi. I see you mention it a lot. I think he says some pretty crazy things. Andy, can he get this goal for Pirates on a Boat? Not that one, but he is making it a bit dangerous. Com is there. Com to read this one, but he actually gets bumped off the ball, and now leaves an opening for Andy, who snipes it top left corner. Pirates on a Boat back on top, half the game to go. A brilliant bump from 5 up sets that entire play up. Zenil to Andy, the bump from 5 up. Team perfection for Pirates on a Boat as they hope to grapple the sails of OG and take their ship down. Welcome, Dawn. What's your thoughts about the new Rule 1 team? I'm very excited. Dawn, I think you were the one. If you left a comment on a recent video of mine, I meant to respond to that. I am excited. I think they're going to be one of the top 2 teams in the Middle East. And now that 2 teams make the majors, I expect to see Rule 1 in the majors. And I don't know if they're going to be better than Falcons. I think they have a really tough matchup against that Team Falcons roster. But I think those 2 are your solid top 2. And yeah, I expect to be seeing them make the majors. I think Nupo is the biggest, question mark. Because we know he's going to be good. But, and I've said this before, and people think I'm crazy when I say this. I think he's the only player in this offseason that has me thinking, is he the next Zen? And before anybody gets mad at me for saying that, when you have a player with a lot of potential, there's always a chance they are the next Zen type player, the one that lives up to all the hype and really is the elevator of all elevators that takes their team and makes it better than they ever could have been without him. And I'm not saying that Nupo's going to be that player, because I don't think he will be. But I think there's a chance he is, because we haven't seen him play high-level 3v3, repeated high-level 3v3 action in RLCS, namely. That's the tournament series I'm talking about. He hasn't done it yet. This will be his first season, his rookie season. Gamers 8 was a crew battle format. I don't think that was a good enough look at Nupo to know how he's going to play in the RLCS. And there's a chance that his peak is just as high as Zet. Now, I don't think it's going to be. But the fact that there is a chance means it was a risk dropping him. I think the reason they did, though, is he also holds a lower floor. We haven't seen him play, so he could have a lower floor. We have no idea. He could be really good. He's going to be good no matter what. But I guess the question is he really, really good? Is he just good enough to be, decent? Or is he a dud? I don't think he's going to be a dud. I don't think he's going to be a really great player. But there's a chance it could swing either way. And even if it doesn't, the highest odds of all is that he's just one of the best players in the Middle East. And I think that's going to be enough for Rule 1. So no matter what, I say you look to see Ahmad and O'Khaled back at the lands next season. How about you, Don? What do you think about Rule 1? Interestingly, I like that they picked up O'Khaled to complete the roster. But I do think he is the weakest of the 3. I'd still rate Nupo and Ahmad over O'Khaled. And that is not a knock on O'Khaled. That's just saying a lot about how good Ahmad still is and how good Nupo is, really. That's not meant to be a knock on O'Khaled anyway. It's Nolly. Yes, Nolly's playing. Sarah, sorry I missed your message. Nolly is playing in this event for OG Esports and maybe gonna send his team to another overtime. Perhaps. To put this one down, and indeed, game number 2 heads to overtime. If OG can win this second overtime, they will put themselves on match point, a position Nolly has seen himself in many a time. That said, they dropped match point against Pirates on a Boat just last series these 2 played. Earlier today, Pirates on a Boat beat OG. They're going to have to do it again, though. They can't afford another game loss here. A reverse sweep would be a difficult one. Difficult one indeed. You summed it up, but remember, Mesho is the sub. They might, yeah. I don't know a lot about Mesho, but I don't expect they're gonna play their sub. Just like everybody in RLCS, the sub is for emergencies. I'm gonna be completely honest. Even if their sub was better than O'Khaled, I don't think they play him. He's probably never gonna play. Except, actually, I take it back. O'Khaled is well known for every so often having school come up, right? So if O'Khaled has something come up, isn't he like a medical student now? I believe he's in med school. So if he's studying to be a doctor and something big comes up, then their sub will play. So actually, I take it back. Their sub might play. But it'll only be when O'Khaled has another commitment. Or Nupo. Nupo also might have trouble attending lands and all that. I know that was a rumor, and then the rumor was squashed. But just in case he does have issues. But anyway, I got distracted. Nolly topping the scoreboard for game number 2 as OG took down Pirates on a Boat and put themselves on match point. 62% of you guys believe that OG will win this series, and I totally get it. They are the favorites right now. They look like they're going to win, and I really do expect it. It is the real Nolly. Sarah, I don't know if you know, but this is a professional tournament. This is Nolly, like the actual Nolly. They're playing for $7,000 in this event. And OG, a pretty big org, they haven't had a Rocket League team before, but they're a pretty big org, has picked up his squad. I appreciate it, Scrimp. I appreciate it. Does Cooksier still play? Yes, he still plays Rocket League, but he hasn't made RLCS in a bit. Last I saw, he played in an Italian league. So there's like a local league in Italy that he was like dominating. He was the best player in his local country's league. Or one of the best anyway. I don't even know if he was the best anymore. In fact, while we have a quick break now, we don't have time. They're right back into it. After this, we can quickly take a look at Cuxer, if you're still around, Sarah. We can look at his Wikipedia page and see who he's playing for. Because I know he tries for RLCS. He just hasn't had a good enough squad to make it since the end of Season X, start of 21-22. J-Naps to the sidewall. Oh, nearly a chance to the goal there, but still, you imagine OG, the favorites heading into this game. They've won 2 overtimes in a row. Does anyone know if O'Khaled's actually in med school? Because I feel like I read that somewhere, but I that could be wrong. So I don't remember if O'Khaled's actually a medical student right now. What's the stream? So this is Tactical Banditry. You can look them up. I might as well advertise them. I mean, we're watching their stream. If you want to watch it on Twitch directly, you're welcome to. I'd appreciate it if you stuck around here, but you're also welcome to go check them out. Tactical Banditry. They're the ones putting on this $7,000 tournament. This is the main stream. And this was one of the Psyonix sponsored events. So even though obviously Tactical Banditry is putting on, I do believe Psyonix sponsored part of, or not, if not all of the prize pool. And then all the extra stuff that it goes into running an event like this, like the behind the scenes stuff, like paying the casters, paying the producer, the broadcaster, the observer, the admins, all that. Tactical Banditry obviously is, paying for this event, but I do believe Psyonix supported the prize pool a bit, as we might see a goal from Calm. We do! OG, slam home goal number 1. Started off. Low-key, great question. The main broadcast is on Twitch, so Tactical Banditry on Twitch. In fact, if I zoom out, let me close out of this real quick. You can see I'm on Twitch, Tactical Banditry, twitch.tv/Tactical Banditry. You can go check them out. And no worries, baby duck, no worries. Glad to help. You don't know, why do players who are not making decent money keep playing? So much effort to get paid a little bit? Great question, Don. I think one of the biggest answers to that is so many players in Rocket League are so young. In other esports, the average playing age is older, and I don't know how those people do it. Like, I don't know how, if you're 21 or older, how you can afford to just be a pro gamer if you're not one of the best. Because obviously the best make a living. And if you're making a living, well, go for it. Live your dreams. But if you're not, and if you're a young pro like in Rocket League, these players that are 18 and below are still living at home. So it makes sense. They're still in school. They're still living with their parents. Obviously, that explains how and why they have the time to play professional Rocket League. And then usually in Rocket League, if they're not good enough by the time they get to college, they're not going to play RLCS anymore. Or that explains it too. If they're a college student, that could be how they have time to play a little bit of Rocket League. They're going to play CRL anyway. They might be getting a scholarship to play CRL. So there's lots of reasons, right? But at a certain point, if you're not in college and you're not living at home, it does become difficult to be a pro player. And in Rocket League, we don't really see that because of those reasons. You just don't have time. But that's how, Don. And then if you're asking why do people do it if they're not making money? It's because they want to be the people making money. They hope that one day they will be the best. Or believe, I mean, a lot of pros believe they will be. I don't know if you guys noticed, I interviewed an up-and-coming player live. It's a recent video I put out. He is the player that was playing on Switch, made a name for himself playing the handheld Nintendo Switch, so someone bought him a PC. That kid, he believes he's going to be an RLCS player one day. Like, really. Like, I interviewed him. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because he's young enough that it makes sense. He's got a lot of time to improve, but he fully believes that he will be in the RLCS one day, and you really need that combination of confidence without being too cocky. And he wasn't cocky when he said it, or at least I don't think he was being too cocky when he said it. So you got to have that combination of belief in yourself, but at the same time, humbleness to not be so cocky as to undervalue your teammates. I think you need to be a good teammate to make it in Rocket League. Very difficult. You watch that, you'll believe you will be in RLCS. That's good to hear, baby duck. There's nothing wrong with believing that about yourself. But as long as you keep putting in the work and do not, don't cut down or don't burn bridges, I would say, because I think a lot of people, when they're getting better in Rocket League, like, you might find a team that's at your level now, and then in 6 months, you might be like, well, maybe you rank up, maybe whatever, you're like, well, I can't play with you guys anymore. Whenever that happens, it happens. It's natural that, that teams will change over time. Just don't be the guy that cuts down your old teammates and burns bridges. It would be my advice to you, baby duck. And life is not doing that, for the record. He actually hasn't had a lot of teammates. This is his first ever, like, real team on 100x35. And it'll be interesting to see if they can make RLCS. I know it's very, very, very unlikely, but it is possible that 100x will make it to the top 16 this season if they put in a lot of work. They've still got a lot of work to get there, but they have 2 really good young guns, and we'll see how far they can go. If you don't get good enough young, it's almost impossible to juggle playing Rocket League with jobs. Exactly, Funi. That's why I mentioned college, because really the only way to have the time for Rocket League, if you're old enough to have a job, is if you're instead in college. And still, you really don't want to be doing both, because college is so much of a time commitment, and you can't afford to mess with your grades. We see a goal here from Com. This could be the series. It could be over now. A 2-goal lead for OG Esports. So I'm quickly going to cut back to talking about this series. Pirates on a Boat won a series earlier today, but now they might drop it to OG, their second series to OG today. The more important one of the two, and unfortunately, it might not go their way. 67% of you believed in OG Esports, so the fan vote would be proven correct. And I get it. I mentioned in the beginning, beating a tough team like OG twice in one day is a very difficult task, and I don't know if any of us expected it, but it was definitely possible, and it's unfortunate for Pirates on a Boat that it won't go their way. 5 seconds to go. They need a goal now. They need to score with time on the clock. It will not happen. OG Esports are moving on to day number 3. Welcome, Texie, to the chat. How are you doing? Players like Cuxer? Oh, no worries, Don. I don't know why Cuxer's still playing. When you get to his age, it might be... Actually, Don, I have no idea why Cuxer's still playing. You just order McDonald's? Very nice, suspect. Very nice. So that's the end of the matches today, unless there's like still a match going on with Luminosity. So let's check it out. Or Haybro, rather. Haybro versus G Buffo. If this one's still going, we'll watch this. Nope, I think that's it. So that's all the matches today. That's all the matches today, and this does mean that we will see our final bracket. It is Dignitas versus Luminosity. My goodness, wait a minute. I thought Dignitas was playing Team Deleted. I hate that. My favorite team, Luminosity, is going to be playing the toughest team, I think, in this bracket, Dignitas. In the other quarterfinal, or upper semifinal rather, is Shopify versus Deleted XD. Incorrect versus Haybro. Haybro did win their match against G Buffo. Also a sweep. Brazil even in the last game. Then you have OG versus Omelet. Very nice indeed. I hope you're doing great, Texie. OG Esports going crazy. They are. OG, a very good team, but they have a tough road. They're in the lower bracket. They don't have another loss to give. Meanwhile, all these teams in the upper bracket can afford to lose once. Another tough factor, the loser of Dignitas Luminosity, I believe, goes to the lower bracket here in the bottom category. So I would argue that Dignitas Luminosity, OG, and Omelet is the tougher portion. So you're literally going to have the loser of Dignitas Luminosity that has to play the winner of OG Omelet. That is terrible. That is really tough matchup. So you're not going to like that if you're OG and Omelet. And if you're Dignitas or Luminosity, it's a very critical win to get to top 3 guaranteed and avoid that mess of the lower bracket. Meanwhile, Incorrect, Haybro, Shopify Rebellion, Deleted XD. I almost say favor Haybro to beat Incorrect and the loser of Shopify Deleted XD. Haybro did drop in their group to Luminosity, but I think you could argue that Deleted XD had one of the easiest groups, if not the easiest group of all. So, certainly not going to be too worried if it's Deleted XD. On the other side of things, Incorrect lost to Dignitas. Or, yeah, they did. They lost to Dignitas, so you're not super worried about Incorrect here. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, Texie, you're hopping in right at the end, but we'll quickly chat some RLCS, I think, at the end here. So we're not going to end right away, but this is going to be the end of the stream. Do you know any coaches? What do you mean by knowing any coaches? Like, do I know any coaches personally? No, I don't know any RLCS coaches personally. I know of a bunch of RLCS coaches. Or do you mean like coaches at a lower level? I don't know any coaches looking for a team, if that's what you're getting at. I really don't. Sorry about that, baby duck. My advice, if you're trying to find a team, is go to 6-mans. So there's a Discord called, what is it called? I don't even know how to get to it, but North American 6-mans, people still play them, and you're at a rank where you really just need to be getting better. You don't need an actual team yet at your rank. Just play 6-mans. If you find some people in 6-mans that you like, play with them. And then eventually, if you're good enough, you can form a team, and then the 3 of you find a coach together that can coach you. Oh, like one-on-one coaching. If you want one-on-one coaching, I think you're at the level where you should pay for pros to coach you. So what I mean by that is a lot of these pros have their own coaching website. Like, for example, or an RLCS coach. Violent Panda is a great example. I'm pretty sure Violent Panda has his own coaching thing on Metafy or something like that. Actually, it looks like he doesn't, but I know Verge does. So if we go to the old Dignitas coach, I was talking about him. I don't know who he's coaching for now. He is coaching for... Oh, he's actually coaching for North Texas in the CRL. Very interesting. There's no link here, but look up coaches like this that are RLCS level coaches, and they do Metafy coaching. That's where I would suggest you look there. That's my advice. Your Uber Eats driver is drifting around. Well, I don't know what that means, suspect, but very cool. YouTube scamming. What do you mean YouTube scamming? Alright. Any for free? Oh, free coaching? Honestly, baby duck, I don't know if there's any free coaching. I think your best bet, if you really wanted free coaching, is to check out YouTube videos from some of those same people. So basically just look up coaching advice on YouTube, and that's all you need. Again, if you're Champ 1, you really don't need anything crazy. Whatever you do, don't pay for like a whole class. I've seen that before. A lot of those, they're not outright scams, but they are overpriced for what they give you. Don't pay for a program. Don't pay for a class. Pay an hourly rate for a cheap, pro or ex-pro that's going to teach you if you want one-on-one coaching. And if you're not going to pay at all, just check out YouTube. Squishy has, getting better series. Flakes has advice on getting better. You can check out Road to Grand Champs. I think Lethamir has videos on how to get better at Rocket League. Check out ex-pros and pros and what advice they give about getting better. So, like, those are the big ones. I'd say Flakes, Squishy Muffins, and Lethamir have 3 very different play styles. So, if you watch the 3 of them, figure out who you like the best, and then watch their videos about how to get better, and that should help you improve. Alright, with that, I think we are going to end this stream. I know it was a short one today, but we'll quickly talk to chat. Well, thank you very much, Fooney, for the £2 donation. I'm not going to be doing Lethal Company, but I do appreciate the donation. Maybe we'll do some tomorrow, maybe, or something. Maybe, I don't know. If I have time for it, maybe I'll do something on the Discord, either Among Us or Lethal Company. But not tonight. But I appreciate it, Fooney. Thank you for the £2 donation. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And Fooney, for all the donations. Including the £5 earlier today. So that's £7 today. Very nice, Fooney. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support. I missed a 0 or an O. That was 2, not 20. Oh, you're saying he should have... No. He does not need to donate that many. He does not. He doesn't need to donate more zeros. But I appreciate it. Have an amazing night. Well, thank you very much, Scrimp. I hope you have an amazing night as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks, everyone. If you donate that, I would try and get it refunded, Pooney, because that would be ridiculous. You don't need to donate that much. But again, thank you, everyone, and I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic evening, night, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Check out, there will be a video between now and Thursday. I don't know exactly when, but I'm working on a video you guys are going to love. I'm really excited about it, and there will be a second video to follow, but a couple of minutes. Oh, my face is covered. Thanks again, Fooney, for the super chat. Hey, it converts it to US dollars, so $2.51 apparently. The pound, powerful currency. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys, on Thursday. But check out the video. You're going to love it. I could ramble on for ages, so we'll end it here. Thank you guys. Oh, actually, really quickly, do we want to raid somebody? Actually, wait a minute. Let's raid somebody. I think we have enough people. Let's do it. So what we're gonna do here? Oh, that's the wrong thing. We're gonna YouTube. We're gonna raid somebody. Rocket League Live. I think we have enough viewers to make it work. Just barely, just barely. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna search for somebody that's like live and has a lower amount of subscribers than I do, basically. I think we've rated this guy before. I'm like 99% sure. Have we not rated this guy? Yeah, I'm subscribed. We've already rated this guy. If I've rated him before, we'll avoid it. Just because, I mean, we've already rated it. We'll spread the love to somebody new. This guy only has 5 viewers. Lord Gan. Let's check it out. Let's see if he's interacting with chat. That's the important thing.
I'm inviting everyone. Anyone that wants to join, I'm gonna say it again, join up.
Hey, it looks like he is. He is
Probably
playing
only
with
gonna be like 2 or
viewers.
3 people.
This will be the guy. This will be the guy.
Usually we get up to 8 people.
He's getting up to 8 people. Folks, go to this guy. Go to Lord Gan. Go to Lord Gan. Here, we're going to copy this link and share it. I want you guys, go check this guy out. He's a lower, you know, it's nice to support the smaller streamers in the scene. Go raid. Go forth, share, you know, spread the love, go raid. I hope he has a good stream. I hope you guys have a great evening. I hope you enjoy the raid. It's always a little bit of fun. You know, obviously you don't have to stick around, but go enjoy it, you know?
Raid?
Let's see what he's saying.
Am I getting raided right now?
All right, have a good one, guys. I hope you guys enjoy.
Getting raided?
Go check it
I'm
out.
getting raided?
Go check it out.
Bro, what? There's so many people in my
Go
chat
check
right
it out.
now.
All right, see you guys.
And
Thank you
they're spamming
so much
raid.
for watching. Go raid. Go see that guy. He looks like a fun
13.
little raid. He's already to say my name. Go check it out.
Oh my gosh,
Thanks
I'm
guys
getting
for
raided
watching.